Hi, this is Abe Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Love and Marriage DC that happened this past weekend. The title of the episode was called Winter Swindler, and the episode was really good to me. It started off with the group still being at Monique's house, and they were still talking about the situation with with Kevin and Winter when it was announced that the minibus was out there, and they were saying how cold it was outside and stuff like that, and so they wanted to get on the minibus, and then they got on the minibus, and then they continued the conversation about Winter and Kevin on the on the mini shuttle bus, and also Tasha and I think her husband's name is Leon. They decided to come too, and they, just as the bus was driving up, they were coming up too, so everybody got on the bus, and they had the conversation on the bus, and so that's when Chris said that he invited Kevin because he wanted Kevin to tell his story, because he wanted Kevin to tell his side of the story, because they've all heard Winter's side of the story. And then Quick was saying that he didn't know who to believe. He kind of actually believed Kevin, because Kevin came with a folder full of paper and notes and stuff like that. So he kind of believed him. And then Monique chimed in and said, "Now what kind of evidence you bring? Did he bring y'all?" And Quick said something like a book, a book. That she said, that book. She said Kevin. She said Kevin and Winter didn't write that book. They had a ghostwriter write that book, and that book, and he said, well, he said they wrote the book. She said, no, they didn't write they didn't write the book. Not for what Winter told me. And then she said, yeah, Winter's been trying to get a divorce. And Quick chimed in again and say, "Huh? From what Kevin told, me and Chris when we had our men meeting, that he's trying to get back with Raina. He wants Raina back." She said, "Nah, Raina don't want him back." And then in that confessional, Quick said, "I really don't know who to believe. They be lying back and forth." And Ashley said, "Yeah, they sure do be lying, but I do kind of, even though I don't like Winter that much, I do kind of think Winter is the one telling the truth." And then after that, and then they kept on talking on the bus, Chris said, "That's why I want him to come, so he can explain this, explain this situation to you himself." And then Monique said, Chris is the one holding up the divorce. Winter really wants the divorce. She said, "Why he holding the divorce?" "Because he won't sign the papers." And the next thing, "Ooh, we'll ride at the house." And they ride at the house, and they got out of Chris's new, I guess, ski house or whatever it is. And she's like, "You don't have to take off your shoes in this house. This house is a more relaxed house." Is what Monique said. And then they all walked in the house and stuff. And she was saying, why I don't like to invite nobody to my house without giving them a gift. And then she brought them all a gift. She gave them all a gift box. And she opened the first gift box. She said that was for Quick and Ashley. She gave them a whole bunch of small candy, a small candy that represented the Quick fun size joke that Monique said. And then she gave Jamie and Lorena their joke. Gave Jamie and Lorena their gift. And then it was like a flashing red light. And Jamie said, "I got it." He said in the confessional, "I got it. Monique like jokes, but I thought we was past that." And Lorena said in the confessional, "Monique is not passing. I'm not passing. Ain't nobody passing." And Jamie started laughing off, and then it went on. And then she said, "Well, for me, since Chris want me to shut up and not talk in the group, I got me a mouthpiece. I got me a muzzle, and it was a plastic muzzle that she put in her mouth, and everybody got to laugh and kiki in." and stuff like that. And she said, well, and then she said, well, let's all, she said, well, you know, I know y'all, she said, well, I know y'all don't like no, don't like no vegan food. She said, she said, she said, so I ordered some food for all of us, for us to eat later. And then next thing you know, the doorbell ring, and when the doorbell ring, Monique was telling Chris, get the door, and Chris said, I'm going, Monique, I'm going. Next thing you know, Kevin entered the room, and Kevin walked in the room, and then while they were talking, Chris said, this is Kevin. Kevin is here, and so and so wait a minute, yeah, and so wait, right before that part, you already said about when in the sex therapist that showed up right before that part, and when Winter and the sex therapist showed up, she got to talking to the group, and she started off with Quick and Ashley, and Ashley said that she would like Quick to be more to be more romantic and change stuff up, and then Quick was saying, well, I don't know what Ashley. I don't know what else Ashley want me to do. Let me stop it and get a drink of water. I'm back, and then Quick claimed that he that he and that he and uh Ashley have stuff 5 times a day. That should be enough. Sometimes you get tired. Then Jennifer, the sex therapist, went to Jamie and Arena, and went to Jamie and Arena, and Arena said she likes to be romanced and stuff. She said Jamie just like to hit it and quit it and go, and so she said she like to be more romance. She said, well, do you hear what she's saying? She want to be romance first before she get into the thing. And he talk about, well, we both been a bit older now, so we didn't slow down. We didn't slow down, and so the sex therapist went back. I think she went back to Ashley and Quick for one more thing, and she said, well, Ashley, are you over the age of 40? And Ashley said, no. She said, what I'm saying, because sometimes the women libido slow down when they get over 40. And then after she got through with Jamie and Arena, she went to Tasha and Leon, and Tasha was saying there's nothing wrong with them, but it's just that they be working so hard, and it's just that it's like they don't have time for them or time. So well, y'all need to make time for each other, make time for each other. And then it went to Chris and Monique, and Monique time her stuff has been slowing down between her between her and Chris and stuff like that, and then she don't know why, and stuff like that. So we're gonna work on that. And then Chris chimed in and said he don't know nothing about treating a woman, romancing a woman. He learned all of his stuff about the S word, through the P word. And I was saying this was like a filler episode. They could have just went on and left this out. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. And then the woman said she's gonna work on they should work on their marriage. And then she gave them some kind of instrument where they supposed to, the ladies were supposed to use it and go upstairs and change clothes and do something. And then right before the scene switched, Quick said, could you please take that statue of a man's private parts off? That's distracting to me. It was distracting to me. Like I said, this whole little episode, they could have avoided it. But after that, that's when it switched to and they were sitting at the table talking, and they was, and that's when Chris opened the door, and Kevin came in, and then when Kevin came in, everybody looked kind of funny, and then that's when Arena said, "Ooh, I'm gonna need me a fun size candy," and then Monique said, "Anybody else need a fun size candy?" And then Quick told me, "I might need a drink," and then everybody got a drink, and so Chris introduced Kevin to everybody. Everybody meet and greeted Kevin, and Kevin got to sitting down. And Kevin said hello to Winter, and Winter gave him a cold, dry hello, and then and then he said, well, I haven't seen you in a long time. I haven't seen you since 9 months. She said, yeah, I know, I haven't seen you since 9 months. And then he was saying, well, Winter, I'm trying to get back with you. I'm trying to do something. She indeed said, well, I just wanted to let everybody know my side of the story. And Chris said, yeah, that's why I brought you. He said, look, see, Winter even wrote a book about that. And Winter said, what did I tell you that we didn't write that book? That was a ghostwriter who wrote that book. And Winter said, but he said, well, Winter, you got your name on it. She said, don't you know people can face copy my stuff and write copy my stuff, put my name on stuff and stuff like that? She said, she said, since you want to talk about the book, that book was ghost written in 2020, and I think she said it was like October, September 2020, and she said we were still together then, and we were already married. And she said, well, I got this stuff. She said, yeah. And when I found out that you had embezzled money from the company, that was, I think she said that was in July of 2021. She said, so you kind of scared me, and he. I say, no, it didn't happen like that. It was a bad bitch. That's the same thing. That's the same story you've been telling for the last year and a half or 2 years. Talking about it was a partner who was in billing and stuff. You didn't have nothing to do with it. She said, but that's not what they came at me for. Not what they came at me for. So it was going back and forth, back and forth. And then Ashley said, I really don't know who to believe. And Ashley said, I'm tired of this. So Ashley left, and then Quick left after her. And then Jamie and Lorena tried to stay around a little bit. And then Jamie said his confession seemed like both of them lying. I'm finna leave too. And then and right after that, Leon and Tasha. They said, "Oh, I can't take no more either." So all three of the couples left. So it was just Monique and Chris down there listening. And so she said, I just want you to give me my divorce. He talking about, but when you ain't listening to me, you say, I am listening to you. You been a scammer, you been a corner. And then he tried to come over there and sit next to Winter. She said, I'm not sitting next to you, I'm moving. So every time he tried to sit next to her, she moved around the table, and then she got to walk around the table singing, you need to sign my papers and give me my divorce. And she went all around the paper, all around the thing, and then she sung it right in Chris's ear. Chris looked kind of funny, and Monique said in her confessional, yeah, he need to go and win her divorce and let her be free of him. And she said she really can't take it too much no more, but she said she mostly believed Winter because Winter is her friend. And then so Winter walked out the room and tell her, say, give him a pen, give him a pen. And then Monique told Kevin, she said, Kevin, you see how Winter feels. You understand the reason why Winter feels this way. Yeah, you understand. But she wouldn't let me talk. She wouldn't let me get my point across and blah blah blah. I was just trying to explain my story. So Winter was getting ready to go back upstairs. That's when Ashley came back downstairs, and then Ashley told Winter that she don't know why she believed Kevin in the first place, because just by Kevin opening his mouth, she knew he was lying. She said, well, how could you not believe he was a lie? She said, I'm gonna put it like this, Ashley. She said, what it is, he came that he was a man of God. He had faith. He was in the church, and she said, back then I was trying to go to church, and I was doing that. So this is how it scared me. There's a whole lot of people be scamming women and not scamming women. It's a women be scamming men. It's a men be scamming women. Talking about they in the church and know they're not rightfully in the church. That's the biggest scam you could ever. That's the biggest scam you could ever go. But I guess by Winter looking at, like she said, she kept looking at his age, he wouldn't do that. And like I said in previous videos, they got a whole lot of old scammers out here too. So y'all women and men, y'all just gotta watch y'all back. But anyway, Ashley said that if she would have known that was what that was going on with Winter, she said her and Winter might have had a better relationship. And Winter said that she was sorry that she said those jokes about her husband, but she was just trying to get back at Quick. I mean, trying to get back at Quick because Quick had said something negative about her, and she said, "Don't you know that when you say something about Quick, that's going to offend me because I'm his wife?" She said, "Now I do understand and realize this. That's why I'm apologizing a second time or a third time." And then it was like right after that, the next scene was when Monique went up there too, and she said, "Ooh, I can't take this. I can't take this." And then it was just only Chris and what you call down there trying to. The next thing you know, they was in the room talking, and then a rainer came with a little microphone, and then they got to singing, "You need to sign my papers again." And that was a cute little scene. And all of them got together, and then. Raina had apologized to she seen Winter in the hall, and she apologized to Winter. She told Winter she was sorry for the way she acted at that lunch, standing up and getting up. She said, "Yeah, they said that was nothing like you." And she said, "Well, I apologize. I already apologized to Ashley. I'm apologize to you for saying the stuff that I said about your husband. And now that I know this wrong, I should." So she said, "Well, I accept your apology." She said, "I accept your apology too." And then when they was at the table eating again for dinner, that's when Raina brought up to Ashley that she should apologize to what you call, and then she said, "Well, no, I already did that. I already did that." And so that's when they said they thought they was good with each other. And Ashley, and like I said, Ashley apologized. I mean, Winter apologized to Ashley, and all of them was in the room singing, and then the scene, and then the show ended. It was a good show. I just didn't like when I saw the ratings yesterday that it was like 299,000. That show should have been at least 4 to 5,000. The whole show was good to me, except for the part about the sex therapist. They could have cut that out. But anyway, the show was still good. I'll put the ratings in the back. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a TI is. I am out.